Hello loves! I don't think you guys have ever seen how to cover a cake in fondant video from start to finish, so here is one for you guys. Now I am using my homemade fondant, and for me I find it very pliable, very stretchy. As you can see, look how I can easily lift it up and whatnot. I do microwave my fondant a little bit to soften it up so that I can stretch it out easier, and then you'll see me just picking it up and putting it down because sometimes it tends to stick to the counter. So once I stretched it out to a good size, I get my chilled cake. The cake does have to be chilled so that it sits on nicely. And I basically lay it over the cake. Now you can see one end hasn't really reached down all the way completely. So this is what I'm going to do. I pull it up and continue to press it down against the cake from top to bottom. And I go around the cake doing that. It's like pulling a skirt out and then in, out and then in. And there are some parts where you'll notice they're going to overlap. So I'm very careful about, not overlapping. And that part that was not stretched out, you can stretch it out a little bit without tearing the fondant. That's what's nice about this homemade fondant. If you want to try it out for yourself, I do have a YouTube video on that. So some parts are a little longer than others, which is fine, but I continue going around the cake, pressing from the top to the bottom. And here I've reached the end of the cake where the two skirts kind of meet. Not meet. Anyways. So again, lift up and then pull down, lift up and then pull down until it is a nice even finish. Okay, but I do want nice straight edges at the top of the cake, right? So I get my two smoothers and then I start pressing them together. It's kind of like I'm pinching the edges of the cake, but I have to pinch it very carefully. So I basically go around the entire cake doing this, and it's funny because it sounds like it's clapping, so let me show you. So I basically just go around the entire cake doing that until I reach the end. Sometimes if there's a lot of humidity in the air, then they're going to stick together. So what I do is I kind of dip them into cornstarch and I start smoothing it over the cake again. If I do have cake farts, I kind of just use a needle and I pop it out and I smooth it out. I save the cutting for last because when you pull up with the smoothers, sometimes it pulls the fondant up and then you don't want to have less fondant. What I mean is if you cut it, then it might pool up on the fondant and show the cake. So that's why I save the cutting until last. And this is what the fondant covered cake looks like. I chose fondant for this cake because it had a lot of toppers on it and I wanted to make sure it was sturdy and they stayed in place.